In dealing with debt today, the Fed is going to taper its bond buying, which has been helping keep interest rates low to encourage borrowing and spending by Americans. It will affect the average consumer at some point. Let's bring in Jacob Chandler, the senior economic analyst at LendingTree, here with some answers. Hello to you, Jacob.
Hey, Angela. Thanks for having me on your show.
What will this mean for people in need of a loan or a car or a home or even to start a business?
This latest announcement from the Fed is unlikely to have particularly earth-shattering ramifications for the average consumer. With that said, some borrowers should keep an eye out for higher interest rates. This is especially true for mortgage borrowers because mortgage rates have been steadily increasing for a little while now and will likely continue to further increase following this announcement. Of course, with that said, mortgage rates are still hovering at around 3% for a 30-year fixed-rate loan, which from a historical perspective is pretty darn low. As a result, if you're thinking about buying a house or refinancing your current loan, then now could still be a good time. As far as other common loan types are concerned, like auto loans or small business loans, rates might also increase a little bit, though if they do, they're probably not going to rise as dramatically as mortgage rates will.
How about the Fed effect on credit cards?
Similar to mortgage rates, credit card rates are also likely to increase following this policy decision from the Fed. In fact, in some instances, credit card rates have already been increasing. For example, the average interest rate on credit card accounts that have been assessed interest is currently sitting at around 17.13%, which is the highest it's been since Q2 of 2019. This means it's especially important for people who have a lot of credit card debt to be really diligent about paying that debt off, because rates are only going to increase, and in turn, the amount of burden that that debt carries is only going to get worse.
What about home equity loans?
The interest rate for home equity loans is probably going to remain similar to what it currently is, in the high 4%, low 5% range. This is good news for a lot of homeowners, especially those who have seen the value of their homes increase throughout the pandemic, because it gives them extra time to tap into their home's equity at today's relatively low rates.
What should consumers do to avoid paying high interest rates?
The best defense against a high interest rate is good credit. The better your credit, the more likely you are to be offered a low rate on really any type of loan that you can think of. If you're worried about your credit, the thing to do is to just be diligent and make sure that you're doing things like making your payments on time, keeping your credit utilization ratio low, and ensuring that you're not applying for too many different forms of credit in too short a period of time. Ultimately, the better your credit is, the more likely you are to find a lender who is willing to give you a competitive rate, even in an environment where the average rate for the average consumer is rising.
Thank you very much, Jacob.
Thanks again for having me on your show.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.